Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Steven Universe review. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at Season 5, Episode 9, Sadie Killer. So, I may have not so subtly said that this episode is filler, and yeah, it's even though there's, someone out there, not myself, could make an argument that this entire bomb is kind of filler. There's an argument to be made. But this episode is definitely filler. It's not a bad episode by any means. It's not a great episode. It's just kind of okay. So let's just get into it. It starts off, Steven goes to the Big Donut, picks up some coffee. Well, coffee minus the actual coffee, some donuts, a dog nut, right? Because he started a band and he tells Sadie, hey, you should come hang out after your shift because she's slowly killing herself at her job because that's how jobs are, right? And how, hey, you should come hang out with the popular kids. Because I remember the last bomb, Not Wanted, but before that, God, the last three big events in this show have all been bombs. We haven't gotten a regular release since what? That one Room for Ruby, I think, was the last, normal episode we got? My God, why does it take so freaking long? And I can see that being a turnoff for people. Just it taking so long between the bombs. Because at least Netflix gets you, the whole season at once. But we see Steven at band practice, and they're each trying their own sound. And it is how each sound is, distinct to them. But yet they're all not shitting on one another for having their distinct sound. They're all yeah, your sound works for this, my sound works for this, your sound works for this, and your sound doesn't work with any of us. But it's still a fine sound. So they're indecisive, and yeah, that's it brings me back. I've never done band, but I've definitely seen some similar things. So Sadie shows up late, and they're like, sorry, we kind of need a break from this. We'll try again tomorrow. So presumably the next day, they head over to Sadie's house, and they bring the band with them, so now they can all hang out. And while at Sadie's house, they try to get set up. They're still struggling. And they eventually find this creepy movie, because Sadie's, right, a dork, and remember the horror club? She owns all the scary movies. So hey, this is Bulgarian horror. This one's pretty cool and pretty scary from what I hear. Let's use this as our sound. So they create this song that has this sort of creepy vibe. It's not bad. Not my style, personally, but not bad. And Sadie starts creating lyrics to it about how she hates her job, right? And she gets really into it. It's we are the working dead-end job. Basically, she's using her real-life experience to write a song about zombies and working yourself to death. The best way to write stuff, actually, using real-life experience. And yeah, she gets really into it. They do a whole eat your brains thing. I like how they use the video in the background, right? You get some... And Sadie's just really into it. It's interesting, right? It's interesting and well done. And then Sadie says, she has to go to work the next day and she can't go play some beach lobster fest, seafood fest. I don't remember the name. It doesn't really matter. And so Steven shows up the next day and is trying to copy her sound, and he just can't do it because she sounds dead inside whenever she's doing that. And Sadie realizes that, all of the song was about her hating her job. Because she didn't, realize, it's one of those things where, you're subconsciously putting it in, and even though everyone else sees it, you don't. And she goes on about this whole rant about, normal versus not being normal, and what does it really mean to her. It's interesting. But she eventually is down I really hate my job. So we see later that night, they get ready to head to Seafood Fest. And Steven's trying to pull off what Sadie does, and he's too much of, what do we call them, cinnamon buns to be mean, right? He's just too cute. And the band just kind of doesn't work without her. And it's cool Because the popular kids, right? It was always Lars's struggle to fit in with the popular kids, and whether or not he actually did. But it's nice to see Sadie fit in as well, because Steven's always been able to fit in because he's Steven, right? Popularity means nothing to him. And to the popular kids, popularity means nothing to them as well, because that's what makes them the popular kids. In comparison to Kevin, who we'll see next episode. But yeah, Sadie fits in and she decides that, she quits her job because she's killing herself in it. And hey, if she doesn't like it so much, why stay? It's interesting. And yeah, that's where it ends. It's filler, but it's not bad filler. It's okay. I've definitely seen worse. And again, it does deal with the whole idea of this bomb of getting over loss, right? Because Lars is still up in space and she's all brokenhearted because of it. And oh god, after Lars in the Stars, who knows what's going to happen with that? Lars in the Stars scares me, man. It really does. And next time we got the final episode of The Bomb. Kevin's back, or Kevin's party, or fuck Kevin, whatever it's called. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.